Right, it's that time again to disappear to Wales. It is Thursday the 19th of December. It's 25 to 11 at night. I'm leaving a bit earlier this time rather than leaving at midnight. I usually try and have a bit of a sleep before I go, but I couldn't settle down, so I'm just leaving a bit earlier today. But I've just been sat here having me coffee from McDonald's before I leave, and I've just been thinking to myself how quick it is gone since I made the last video about going to Wales last Christmas. It feels pretty much unreal that it's gone by so fast, you know. It really does. It's terrible how when you get older time seems just to go a lot faster, you know. Anyway, I'm not going to be negative. I'm in a good mindset at the minute. I've got me coffee, I've got one in a hot cup ready to go, and I've got some supplies with me for the drive, and I'm hoping the roads are going to be okay, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm all sorted, everything's ready to go, so hopefully this is going to be a good trip. So let's hit the road.
Take your shelter back.
What are you doing in your apartment? Next on Bridget Jones' daughter. Actually, Ty, you're slipping.
I let her to be here.
They went to Catalina for the weekend.
Where's Raj? Good news. Thanks to you, I was able to make a rhesus monkey cry like a disgraced televangelist.
So I've been in Wales over a week now, and I've barely done anything, to be honest with you. We stayed at home, had a good Christmas, ate loads of food, drunk far too much Jack Daniels and beer. But other than that, I haven't been out and about exploring, but I'm hoping to get out and about tomorrow. I've got some places in Pembrokeshire that I want to take a nosy at, but the weather has been absolutely diabolical since I've arrived, but I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just go do it in the rain if I have to. Yeah, I need to go out exploring, so we'll see what the weather's like tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be dry. Right, good morning from Carew Castle. I think it's pronounced Carew. I might be wrong. I shall leave the name on the screen right now. Now, I got here relatively early today, and it's not open. So I'm going to have a walk around the outside to see whether I can have a look at the, you know, the main structure. I'm not going to be able to get in it until 11 o'clock, and I don't even know if I'm going to be here that long. So this might be another failure. But it's nice enough to see from the outside. A stunning place. I'm not sure about its history. I haven't looked into it. I was a quick scout over the Cadw site last night. Now there's a few other things in this area I want to look at. There's something called the Carew Cross, and then there's another priory and a bishop's palace and some odds and sods lying around. So I'm hoping I'm going to manage to get inside at least one of them today. But it's just nice to be out and about and view that from the outside, so I'm going to make the most of it. This is a breathtaking place, this Carew Castle. There's a little water here as well. Oh, it is beautiful. There's no one around. It's dead quiet. It's such a magical place to come and have a nosy around, especially this time of the day. I was a bit annoyed that the castle isn't opening until a bit later on, but to be honest with you, I quite like it like this when there's no one out and about. Very magical place. I might sit here and have a coffee as it goes. I've actually bought supplies with me today, which makes a change for me. Yeah, I might hang on here for a bit, I think, before moving on. Fucking camera. If people listen, then thank you. If they don't, I've still got it off my chest just to get it out there. Anyway, this is one of them places, this Carew Castle. I'm walking the perimeter around the lake, and it's just so magical. It takes all that stress away. You know, for me, something like this is just perfect. It's calming. It's beautiful. It's tranquil. I've got a coffee with me. I can just sit and enjoy this. No one else about, apart from a couple of dog walkers and a couple of joggers, but it's beautiful. This is exactly it. This is exactly where I'd love to come. Somewhere like this when I'm having a bit of a bad day, because it just wipes the slate clean. Do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense of that? But this Castle Carew is just magical. Now Carew, I don't know whether I've mentioned it, but it's in Pembrokeshire. Now when we were married, we had our honeymoon in Pembrokeshire. We'd done a bit of a tour of the coastline, barely scratched the surface of what's here. I haven't got any footage of that, unfortunately. I took some pictures, but that was it a long time ago. But I definitely would like to come back to Pembrokeshire and explore all of it, because it seems it's got an awful lot to offer. Wouldn't mind coming camping down here, bringing the van, moving from site to site, doing a bit of exploring for a week or so. I don't think you'd be disappointed. Right, that's Carew done, or a small part of it anyway. Not sure what else is about in Carew, because I've only done the castle. I've had a look at the pub over the road and a couple of the streets, but there's a lot of streets there with no footpaths, so I didn't want to walk around on the main road. Anyway, I'm going to move off now. I'm going to go to a place called Lamphey, I think it is. There's a Bishop's Palace there, which I'm going to have a nosy at. The website says it doesn't open till 10 o'clock, but it's 9:05 now. It's a 10-minute drive from where I am. So I shall get there, get parked up, sit in the car, have something to eat and another drink, and I'll be happy with that. One thing I absolutely adore about Wales, in the middle of being in the middle of nowhere, is these tight little country lanes. I think they're fantastic, especially when you're at the top of a hill and the scenery opens up and you can see the rolling hills and countryside for miles. I find that absolutely glorious. I absolutely love driving around the country lanes. It's a lot more pleasurable than being on a busy motorway. Okay, I'm in a place called Lamphey, and it turns out the church that I found is in the same place as the Bishop's Palace. I think that's about a 10-minute walk away from me, if that. But I'm a bit gutted. This nice little backstreet church is locked up. It's such a shame because it looks like a glorious little one. It looks really old. Well, the tower looks really old. I think it's had a lot of restoration work done on it, but such a stunning little place. I'm gutted that I can't get in. I really thought this one would be open, being in the middle of nowhere. But never mind, there's no signs on it or anything saying when it opens up, but there's just a list of when the services are happening. Unfortunately, it's just not open for me to go and explore. But yeah, it's a stunning place. I do hope I've made the right decision on walking to this palace rather than driving. I'm walking along a country road at the minute and I can't see anything around me. But according to the sign, the Bishop's Palace is down this way somewhere, so we'll give it a go. Oh, hang on, there's a set of steps going up into a field here. Let's have a quick look at that. Well, we'll scrub that. It turns out it's just access to a electrical pylon kind of thing. I think I'm getting somewhere now. There's I've just seen a dog walker appear and jump back into their car. So there's obviously a bridleway or something around here. It's got to lead me in the right direction eventually, I'm sure. This is what it's all about, though. A bit of adventure, a bit of exploring. Can't always drive up to the place I want to go and look at. Good to do a few more steps anyway. Not looking forward to walking back because it's on an incline, but I'll take it steady and then moan about it when I get back to the car. Bishop's Palace is stunning. There's so much of it to explore. There's little stairways, and I just had to get on my hands and knees to climb up these stairways because they're so small, so tight. It's really fiddly for me to get up there. But if you do come here, I recommend wearing a decent pair of walking boots because the ground's rather slippery. But it's dead worth it. I mean, how this site is free is beyond me. I mean, the one in Lincoln that I visited a few months back, I mean, that was nice, very nice in fact, but you had to pay for that or be a member of the English Heritage. But this one is just free to come and have a nosy around. It's fantastic. There is a little office over there, but I think it's closed at the minute. I don't think it's open for selling whatever they sell there. So maybe once upon a time you had to pay to come here, but now it's completely free. And it was open before 10 o'clock. The gate was open, so I come in and there's absolutely no one here, and it is fucking amazing. The history behind it, no idea whatsoever, but apparently it was from what I've just briefly read, was something to do with it being a retreat for bishops back in the day. But I'll leave a link to everywhere that I visit today in the description below, so you can read up about it yourself. But if you just want to come here and have a nosy around, have a picnic and a drink, and just escape the rat race for a little while, just to come and, you know, find a bit of peace and quiet, I highly recommend this one. This is definitely one of them sites that you could stay at for hours on end and just enjoy the ambience of it, you know. So what else would be nice is if you was allowed to come here and pitch a tent and just stay here overnight, have a little meal and wake up in the morning and watch the sun come up over something like this. That would be truly amazing. But I can understand why they wouldn't let anyone do that. Too many people would come here and leave a bit of a mess behind, but it would be a remarkable place to come and stay overnight. I am so impressed with this one. Anyway, I think it's time for me to move on now. I've got a bit of a trek back to the car, and believe it or not, I have had a bit of a disaster. The media mod that I've got installed on this GoPro, I've knocked off the little windshield, you know, the little microphone thing. I think it must have come off as I was pulling it out of my pocket or something. So I'm going to try and retrace my steps where I've just walked from and see if I can find it again, because I don't think they're very easy to get hold of. I'm sure I've seen someone make the video saying that they couldn't get hold of one, so that'll be a pain. Right, I'm all fed and watered now, back to the car and ready to head off to my next destination, which is 15 miles away, but it's going to take half an hour to get there. I must admit I was in two minds about whether going there or not, but I thought as I'm in the area, it'd be stupid not to. I mean, it's I think it's called Haverfordwest Priory. So from what I've seen on the Caddo site, it looks really good. So I'm going to go and give it a go, although the rain has started to fall again now. Never mind. And no, I didn't find that microphone cover or whatever it's called. That's now well gone, unfortunately. Okay, so this is Haverfordwest Priory, and it's now a nature reserve as well, I think. I'm sure that's what the sign just said, the area. It's a very nice place, it's right on the edge of town. Quite busy to get to. You have to drive through the town to get here, but it's well worth it, I think. I mean, there's not much left of it, but it's quite picturesque. I mean, there's some nice places behind me to go for a good walk, but I'm not going to do that because that is really steep up there. I am not fit enough to tackle that, not at this point. But yeah, I'm chuffed to bits that I've come here, and there's a beautiful river down there. I'm going to go and have a look at that now. But I think this might be my last location for today. I mean, I'd like to carry on, but the weather's starting to turn, and I'm about 50 60 miles away from Swansea, and I need to get back there. I've got a couple of things to do today, so yeah, I might have to call it a day shortly, but I'm gonna have a bit more of an amble around and then see what happens. I'd love to work for one of these agencies, or whatever you call them, that look after these sites like Cadw, English Heritage, National Trust, going around looking after these sites, you know, doing some grounds work or whatever it may be, even just picking up the litter. I think I'd get some enjoyment out of a job like that, just getting to visit these sites for free and just be somewhere peaceful, you know. I think that'd be quite a nice little position to have.